What is up, my flavor family? It's me, Princess Tasty, back at it again with another camera angle. The past couple weeks, my channel has been absolutely blowing up. Like, you guys are freaking insane. I honestly, I cannot put into words how much I appreciate every single one of you. So instead of trying to say it, I'ma show it. I want to give back today, and not with GP like I normally do because I'm getting a little poor. I'm giving away so much, but with something even better. Knowledge. That's right, knowledge. I am going to be giving you guys knowledge that has been passed to me from my mentors and to them from theirs. This is the knowledge that has made me the Runescape player that I am today. It's the knowledge that has allowed me to get the most out of my Runescape experience. And now it's your turn to receive this knowledge. The knowledge I am talking about, of course, is how to be elitist in old school RuneScape. Let's get started.
Don't even think for a second.
Hold up 1 second. Okay.
Don't even think for a second. Nigga, you might need a moment. You were only given one shot like a buzzer beater, but you stoned it. Brick house, brick house. Brick house, brick house. Flipping bricks at the studio. Hit the brick on the house.
Alright guys, this is a very nuanced topic. It's not easy, and there are a few misconceptions that we need to tackle first. So people think that you need to be rich or even good to be an elitist? Wrong. I'll be honest, these things do help. I would know. But I'm going to show you guys some ways to circumvent requirements like GP or skill and flex your nuts regardless of character. Maybe on the outside, you only have a fire cape and 100 Vorkath KC, but in here, you're a max player with an infernal cape, 1000 plus Tob KC. I am going to show you how to manifest this player. The first and most important thing we need to talk about here is that elitism at its core is a mindset. This is not something that you turn on for a single raid. This is who you are. You are better than other players, you are above other players, and this is something that you constantly need to establish over other players. People say that there's no way to win old school RuneScape because you make your own goals. Those people are both stupid and wrong, because there is a way to win, and it's by making other people lose. And I'll say it again, it's not an easy job. Buying your infernal cape and acting like you earned it all day long is almost as hard as actually getting an infernal cape. So let's start out here with the basics, something that everyone can do. Bank standing, that's right. So here we are sitting at the GE, and I personally love bank standing. It's actually one of the most tick efficient ways to be toxic. So I'm gonna show you guys some good tips to maximize your time spent standing at the GE here. First and most important here is tile placement. Now, I've run a couple calculations using advanced trigonometric systems based on viewing angle, locational coordinates, things like that, and I've found that facing south on this tile right here, guys, mark this tile, gives you a 99.83%, repeating of course, chance to flex your nuts. Like, let's check this out. Everyone teleporting in is going to see you. You get a good view of everyone on the west side, and best of all, you don't have to look at any of the fucking freaks who hang out on the east side of the GE. Don't ever talk to those people. It's a win-win all around, guys. So now that that is out of the way, next thing we need to talk about is gear. Now, you don't always need bills in the bank for this. What you need is perceived wealth, guys. So let's just think about this for a second. What exactly is gear for? Gear is for doing content so you can make money and get even better gear to bank stand in. Guys, if we skip the first two steps, we can just wear gear that looks expensive. We don't have to do any of the work. People are gonna think you're doing high-end content, which is even better than actually doing high-end content, and therefore they're going to think that you are better than them. Now, obviously being a billionaire does help, but there are a few key items that don't cost too much and can increase your flex level. My favorite things are like ornament kits. Those are awesome because, you know, who's gonna wear a torture ornament kit when they can't even afford a Dragon Hunter Lance? You are. They don't need to know that. Mutagens are really good if you get lucky on one of those. Full Bandos, that's not too bad. That's one of the personal favorites of the credit card warriors for good reason. You can stand at the GE looking like you're ready to go to Tob without, number one, spending billions on a Tob setup, and number two, having to go to Tob. Clue scroll items can be pretty good here, so just use your imagination, guys. You know, the world's your oyster. So last thing to talk about here for bank standing is pets. Now this one is really just bonus points, but there is in fact a definitive tier list for bank standing pets. Now you might think, oh, whatever the hardest or the rarest pet to get is the best one. Wrong. The best bank standing pets are the really big pets. So KQ, like this one here, Armadillo, Penance Queen. I mean, just look how big this thing is, dude. Everyone is gonna see this, which means they're gonna see you. Now, next tier up is actually like rare pets, which is why I absolutely love my Dusted Omelet here. Let me show you why. I like to turn him into this little bug here because not a lot of people know what this pet is, right? So fairly fairly often you're actually gonna have a noob come up to you and ask you what that pet is. This gives you a really good opportunity to ignore them. They are beneath you. Don't let them know that you even acknowledge their existence. The best case scenario for something like this is that someone else at the GE actually answers that question for you. Now 2 people are looking at you, and all you've had to do is stand there like the alpha male that you are. Easy wins, boys. Now, I do want to give one quick example of who I think a stellar bank stander is. Anyone who has been on World 428, you're probably familiar with Texman. To me, he is the holy grail of bank standing. I mean, this guy is a Fire Max cape, normal void, crystal crown, and the Zuck pet. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't do anything. He logs in and he stands on that exact tile for 16 hours a day. Oh, chef's kiss. You know that guy is clearly packing schmeat with that kind of swagger. Now, next thing to talk about here is player names. There are a few routes to go for this. If you are a high-level max player, you either need a really short one-word name or something completely absurd, preferably in all caps. Now, this is definitely a balancing act because the more rare and valuable your name is, the more likely you are to have an anime profile picture. Playing RuneScape is bad enough, guys. The last thing you need is a personality based around anime. For the names in all caps, make sure it's as vulgar as the filter will allow. Try including 69, 420, poop, things like that. My personal favorite name that I've ever seen was this guy, just all caps, one word, women are dumb. That guy's knocking it out of the park, dude. Well done, well done. Now, for the final thing, and arguably the most important, we need to talk about elitist behavior, and this is easiest to apply during PvM, but you can use it anywhere. A good starting point is whenever you're forced to talk to someone, do not use exclamation marks or really any punctuation, and never under any circumstances use a smiley face. Okay guys, as an elitist player, the only emotions you ever feel are anger and boredom. This game is fucking easy. You're bored. If anything ever goes wrong, it's your teammate's fault and you're angry. It's as simple as that. So, and make sure that you are as patronizing as possible because guys, as an elitist, you have to constantly be on your toes, ready to flame someone for the smallest mistake. The time that you spend pointing out other people's mistakes is time that they're not spending pointing out yours, right? If they talk back, spam question marks, fill up the chat box. If you make a mistake, be proactive and spam question marks until they fill up the chat box. This will cast doubt on every other player because given your history of toxicity, they're gonna think that you're flaming them. And if you're really an alpha male, you'll subscribe to me on Twitch at twitch.tv/tastyosrs. I have a question mark emote that you can spam in everyone else's chat. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. I would like to leave with one single parting statement back from my days in CSGO. Remember that you play this game for 2 reasons. 1, to win. 2, to get angry. Anything else is a waste of your time. Thank you everyone for coming on this journey with me today. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more S-tier content, and leave a comment with your favorite tip on how to be elitist because I'm always looking to learn more. Guys, you can always be a better player and a worse person. Remember my family, stay tasty.